This takes zero skill. I know that's a bold way to start, but hang with me, friend, because what I'm about to tell you might change, like seriously, might shift the way that you think about creating better days. Now, we're on day 11 of the Year in Strength Challenge, and I have to tell you, this journey is igniting something in me. Not because I'm pushing myself harder. Nope. Not because I'm doing anything complicated. Nope, again, but because I've committed to showing up for myself just 10 minutes a day. And that is simple rhythm, that is consistency and persistence that creates real change. The beauty of this challenge is that it removes the pressure. I'm not trying to decide what to do or talk myself into something intense. I already know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to bounce for 10 minutes a day. That's it. I just have to figure it out when it fits into my schedule, which I've done, and then I just show up. Lately, I found that mid afternoon is my sweet spot. It's the moment in the day when the physical heaviness from sitting has started to build up and my energy starts to dip. My brain gets a little cloudy. And so it helps me to physically reset by jumping on my rebounder and bouncing for 10 minutes. And you watch me. It's gentle movements. It's lots of moving my arms and bouncing and just having a good time. And without fail, I feel better afterwards. It's helped boost my energy, clear out my system. Just it gives me regulation that I desperately seek. And there's something powerful about creating a small space in your day that's just for you. Like, seriously, friend, you are worth it to give yourself just 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes to move, 10 minutes to reset, 10 minutes to take in value, invest in yourself. Like, it's not about any skill. Are you with me here? Your only thing is just to show up. It truly takes zero skill to get started. You don't need a fancy plan. You don't need to know where you're going because you're doing it at home. You don't even have to have anything figured out, big master plan. You're just going to bounce for 10 minutes and listen to the encouraging message. You're just going to press play. You're just going to take this time for yourself. See how simple? So simple. And this is why I love engaging the mind and the emotions with the physical activity that you're doing, like putting all that together in these videos. Because when I pair this movement with something that feeds my mind, like a podcast from somebody that I trust, a voice that brings clarity and encouragement, that inspires me, that helps me work through a challenge, solve a new problem, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like the list can go on. It becomes a much more valuable and impactful use of my time than just working out. It becomes a movement. It becomes a moment of expansion. It becomes an opportunity for me to shift and evolve and keep becoming because I listen to very specific voices that I trust. I listen to people who I know who are going to meet me where I am, people who I have listened to before that I trust in the way that they're going to approach something, the conversations we're going to have. And sometimes I'm wrestling with something and I'll put on a particular topic of a podcast. And because I just want to listen and have somebody pour into me new insight, new direction, new opportunity for me to think in a different way. And often I walk away from those 10 minutes not only feeling physically better for having moved my body, but thinking clearer, feeling more emotionally stable because movement and mindset go together so easily because your body is in this state of ignited energy from the movement and open clarity from making brain space that you are really primed to be able to take in a good word right then. It's perfect. I hate it if I'm forced to like just sit because then my body is stiff. My body feels tortured for being still. My brain starts to shut down. I get sleepy. I don't take in nearly as much of the message that I'm listening to then. So I try not to put myself in those situations anymore where I'm just going to sit and try and absorb a message. No, I want to be out. I want to be walking. I want to be bouncing. I want to be working out at the gym. I want to be doing something as I'm taking in the message. And I take in so much more. It has a greater impact because movement and mindset work together. That's why I'm saying it takes zero skill when we just do it in this way. And in this season of my life and in this purpose and for the purpose of this channel, I want to make sure that we're honoring all three parts of our well being. You've got your physical, mental, and emotional well being. And sometimes change feels so big in our minds that we won't even start something. We overthink it. We think it's going to take a lot of effort and energy. The skill level needs to be so high that we build it up in that way. And we tell ourselves, oh, well, I just don't have time for that. Or it's too complicated. Or I just got to find a better way to do this. But here's what I'm learning. And this is what I'm sharing with you. You don't have to overhaul your entire life to feel better. You just have to take one small step that reconnects you with yourself. And most days that can happen in just 10 minutes. 10 minutes where you're physically going to bounce, 10 minutes where you're going to breathe in and work through the emotions, 10 minutes where you're going to listen and attune your mind, 10 minutes where you can regulate yourself physically and emotionally. That's 10 minutes. That's really powerful for you. The other thing that I've noticed, and I want to name this gently, is that the space to practice is so simple, so quick, so gentle that some might even dismiss it as not being valuable. They might think, well, how much can 10 minutes really do? It's too easy. I probably won't get any results from that. But here's the truth. Just because something is simple doesn't mean it's not powerful. And the results come not from just the single 10 minutes. Granted, if you just did it for 10 minutes, you might feel better in the moment, but you wouldn't see a lasting change. It's 10 minutes of consistency showing up for yourself day by day. That's what doing this challenge and making these videos daily has done for me, and I hope it's doing for you as you tune in. The impact doesn't come from doing it once. The impact comes from doing it again and then again. Showing up for yourself over and over, that builds the trust, that builds momentum, that teaches your body, I'm here, I'm listening, I care to invest. And over time, that adds to real change. And we've got all three areas of our well being physically, mentally, and emotionally. You can experience the change in all three. Because the research shows that gentle movement, like walking or bouncing, does more than just loosen up your muscles. It actually wakes up your mind. So when we move, our brain increases blood flow. It releases chemicals that help with focus, clarity, and attention. I mean, come on, all the things that you need to understand and take in a message, yes? And it calms the stress signals that make our thoughts feel cloudy and just distracted. So the moment that we start moving, our mind becomes more spacious, more open, more able to take in and process what we're hearing. That's why a podcast or workshop hits so differently for me when I'm walking, bouncing, working out compared to when I sit, compared to when I just sit and like listen to something on the screen, or I am sitting in a classroom or trying to take in a sermon at church. Sitting can make me feel trapped in my head. My mind wanders because it's trying to distract me, like do other things, but movement helps me to focus. It gives my thoughts room to breathe. It's like the ideas can finally land and sink in. And this isn't just an ADHD thing, although if you have ADHD, this is really, really going to help you. This is a human thing. Stanford research teams even found that people were more creative, more focused, and had better ideas when walking compared to sitting. Movement literally wakes up your brain. So if you've ever felt like you'd learn better when you're in motion, you're not imagining it. Welcome to the club. You're not unfocused. Your brain is actually doing what it's designed to do. Movement clears out the mental noise so you can actually hear and receive the message. It opens you up to think and be more creative and come up with those ideas that you were struggling to get when you were just sitting still. So for me, gentle bouncing while having these conversations is not just about exercise, it's about how I process. It's about how I grow. The movement builds clarity. Here's what I want you to know. This is possible for you. No matter your age, no matter your stage, no matter your energy level, no matter how long it's been since you were last attending to your mental, emotional, or physical needs, you don't need to feel ready. There's no perfection to strive for before you can get started. Just carve out 10 minutes to press play and get started. And maybe today that looks like stepping on the rebounder for a gentle bounce. Maybe it's pressing play and just tuning in, just listening to this message. And then maybe tomorrow you can put them both together. Whatever works for you is a beautiful place to start. Movement for your body, encouragement for your mind, compassion for your heart. Not just fitness or mindset, but putting them both together. A space where your full self gets to show up, feel supported, and get value. So subscribe, show up daily with me, and we'll keep doing this, building the momentum, building the consistency to transform our lives. I'm cheering you on. I'll see you tomorrow for day 12.